Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. All right, guys, stuff is happening. I want to talk about the veil coming down because I want you to understand what that is, and I want you to understand what's happening with or without you. All right? The collective consciousness is what we contribute to what we believe and think, our frequencies. All right? So everything is a shared energy. There's no separation in anything. Every thought, every action, all comes from one energy of which we are. And it's a little mind-blowing because we seem like such individuals, right? We seem so separate from one another. But you're probably feeling more and more that that's really not true, because you're probably picking up on the fact that we are becoming more, let's just say, intuitive. You may be experiencing some things that are a little bit out there. So many of you have been experiencing the numbers. It started a few months ago. This is fall of 2019, and it has been going gangbusters. Usually we go through phases. This has continued on and on and on. 1111. If I see that, 10 times a day, and then 333 or 4444 or whatever it is, these numbers are showing up with no real explanation other than the veils are coming down, and that which we do not see, which is all intelligence, continues to create and expand, is communicating with us. That's all it is. It doesn't have to always have some specific meaning. Not all of us will agree on what all of those mean. I do know 1111 is an angelic number, and so if you do see that, then know that the highest powers are saying we're here, we see you, we're listening. And I'm seeing a lot of it on my channel. People are seeing those numbers on my channel, so I think having a higher frequency channel is attracting that higher frequency communication. I want to talk to you about a few things of being ascended. Okay, first of all, it's time to eliminate fear. That's a tough one, I know. But it's a story in your head. It has been programmed in us to keep us in places of disempowerment so that others with egos can basically rule the world. Because they too believe that there's lack and limitations. And so they know that their powers are great, and they don't want us to know that our powers are great, and they believe there are limitations on this planet. Otherwise, we'd have free energy, we would have free everything, right? But that's not how the world works right now. We must be abundant ourselves, doing the things that we know are good for others, and that includes everything in your life. Everything in your life must be a higher choice. It is time. You will ascend by doing this, okay? Every positive choice goes up. If you have anger, you must eliminate that. Why? Story in your head. How can angry at what? What's there ever to be angry at, right? I don't understand anger. It doesn't even compute with me. Worry, doubt, it doesn't compute. Why? Because you're always okay, and when you know this, then what you're doing is you're sending the message to the universe in the quantum field that everything's okay, and then it is. When you worry, you're sending the message that it's not okay, and it's not. You're actually creating through those negative thoughts. And this is why 3-second manifesting became so popular. It was something so simple that people realized that all day long that they were going into negative thoughts. And then they wonder why they can't manifest what they desire. They're manifesting what they're thinking. Every thought of yours counts. Are you on it? I gave you all kinds of exercises. One was to just actually not judge anything for 1 hour. Judging is the human mind saying things are a certain way. There's something right, there's something wrong. All right? Even a positive thing is still a judgment. When we stop thinking altogether, what is there? Manifesting with a thought. And that's when you choose that high thought. I desire this, and it appears. There is nothing else in its way. This is how it works. There's power in the unseen that's beyond human comprehension, and it's always there working on your behalf because you're directing it. It is you. It's not separate. So I want to talk today about eating. All right, so I was told about a year ago that I didn't need to eat. I saw something recently on Gaia, and maybe I'll have to look this up. And I actually ordered some tincture from this doctor who has shown that studies show that people that have fasted for, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that, have completely cured cancer. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just go by this alone, because our beliefs really control that. But the fasting is the physical cleaning out of the garbage and the toxins that we have in our body. All right, it's flushing everything out. So I want to suggest something to you. Everything you're eating is polluting your body, and so the veil is coming down. So that means that in order for us to ascend to a higher frequency, a higher dimension, where we are kinder, more loving, there are no problems, there are no worries, we're eliminating all of that stuff, all that density is starting to fall off. That means that we're connecting more to that power. So you may feel that you don't really need to eat things. So if you are eating heavy toxins, pharmaceuticals, things that you don't need, if you're eating meat, which is usually pumped full of fear because the animals are not treated well, and then chemicals that they pump into them, then you are ingesting that. Clean it up. If you can go vegetarian or vegan, that would be amazing. At least vegetarian would be great. What we're going to do is we are, as a collective, are going to we're going to put those businesses out and have them make higher choices to convert into what we are, as a community, as a whole, are demanding. Cleaner foods. We're not going to put them out of business. We're going to have them make different choices, because we're going to create a market for things that are healthier. That's all we're going to do. We control things. Nobody tells us what to eat or do or take. We do not have to do all the things we're told we must to be healthy. It's killing us. Everything. You get to decide if you have anything injected in your body or if you take pills. And if you can find another way and you want to try it, by all means, go for it, because we're going into miracles. That means we're taking charge of our lives. We're healing ourselves. Now, again, I'm not recommending that you ditch your doctor or any meds that you require. I'm suggesting that you look into every possible alternative, healthy alternative to anything you're doing that may not be good for you, including taking any kind of medications. There's always some other negative effect with those. So just look into it, research, be in charge, and don't assume that what somebody's telling you is the best thing for you. We're going into acceptance of this natural society, that things happen. My father was kept on life support, and I couldn't wait to get him off of it. That was torture. We are so artificially keeping ourselves here under the worst circumstances because we're not accepting all the things that being human offer. We want everything to be perfect. We are perfect. We've experienced that on the other side. You're here now. Experience being human in its 100% pure form. When you start to go into this space where you change your eating habits, you meditate, you give up some really nasty habits that are polluting your body, you're going to clarify yourself, because this body is still part of your energy field. In my book, The 3 Human Energy Fields, is coming out in 2019, and it explains how you can tap into these energy fields and use them. They're super powerful. What are they? Well, when we go into our first energy field, we're really tapping into that which we never left. You're still a one higher energy, a higher self that exists in that higher frequency, experiencing the second energy field, which is being human. And then unfortunately we fell into a third dense field, the human energy field of the ego. And we've spent a lot of time in that. But we can switch into any energy field that we desire. It's not separate from us. So the veil is falling. The veil is density. So when you stop believing in the material world, you, and this is quantum physics, you no longer focus on it as a material world. When that falls off, you begin to see what is out there, what's out in the unseen world will start to appear. Intuition, answers. You're now tapping into the consciousness of the collective, which all answers, everything exists, and you have access to that. And instead of focusing on that density, that everything you see is what is, and you recognize that it is not real, it goes away because you no longer believe that. And so you experience things different. You'll feel different. Your body will feel like you're ascending. You'll feel powerful and big, almost disconnected from your body. You won't have a desire to really have discussions or debates anymore. It's going to be a real effort. It's a very big effort for me sometimes to sit here and talk about this stuff. But I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So do what you need to do to make a difference in this world. It will take effort. It's difficult to function on a world that is still dense, but that's changing big time. All right? I want you to understand that it's time now to start switching over and getting out of the habits. Start taking care of your body, respecting it, because that's an amazing mechanism that you've been given to operate through. Enjoy it and be thankful for the one you have. You chose this one. Don't be wishing to be, Brad Pitt if you're not. Okay, Brad Pitt, I wouldn't want to be Brad Pitt. Every human being has his or her own journey and challenges. Take on yours and be grateful. It is time now to clean everything up. You will possibly experience bizarre sleeping patterns and all kinds of things because your body is now is trying to sync up with your higher frequency. So if your DNA is firing up, being activated, it's on a higher frequency in a denser body, so you're going to have some adjustments. Ringing in ears, few of you have said that, heart palpitations, things like that. And then you'll find out that it'll even out and go away. And then you go through different phases. All right, so I'm actually going to start to do more fasting. I fasted for 7 days last year, and it was no big deal. After day 2, you don't even want any food. But here's the deal. We're so used to eating that it's like, what am I going to do with all this time on my hands, not worrying about, or, not worrying, but, concerning about what I'm going to eat next. Just like, wow, it's such a big part of our lives. Start listening to your intuition. Don't be afraid. There's nothing that can harm you. Dark entities, all that stuff. Let it go. Those are just other energies. They're not on your frequency. Keep moving forward and just start to realize it's happening. It's happening. And you're a part of this. Know it, believe it, participate in it, and just start to walk around and realize every single thing we've been told has been wrong, has been not real. And we are absolutely amazing people that can live on a planet together in total peace. Give abundance to each other. No criticism, no more judging. No arguments, no debates, no political this and that. They don't rule our world. We rule our world. No concerns about that. Just move forward. All these structures that are not good for us will eventually dissolve. In the meantime, there's nothing to battle, nothing to struggle, no protesting. You just move forward in peace and make higher choices. And the rest of the world will either have to come along with us or stay in density, and that's okay. That's their choice, not to be judged or criticized. There's no right nor wrong. All right, so I hope that this was helpful. The veil is the density. It's dissolving, and the higher your frequency, the more you're going to get hooked up to some amazing stuff happening that will pretty much blow your mind. Yeah, things are going to show up and you're going to say, whoa. The phone call, the person you run into, the things that show up that all of a sudden you have abundance and you're not worried about money anymore because you realize you're always okay. And once you know that, then the universe gives you always okay. This is how it works. Believe and think and act that which you desire, and know that absolutely everything has purpose. The veil is thinning, and it is mind-blowing right now. All right, so if you think, I've been seeing a lot of things in the room, especially when I shoot these videos, I will see things sometimes come around here. So get it out of your head that this is crazy stuff, because we've been told, oh, you can't talk about these things. Baloney. We can talk about anything we want now. Why? Because all of this is real, beyond our imagination. And I'm going to start looking up some experiments and some things that are happening to demonstrate to you that science is proving that we wield unlimited powers. It's exciting. So have fun with this, and let's go into the 5th and beyond together. It's an amazing, beautiful world. Let's take care of her. Let's clean her up in ourselves. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.